and the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Kings. Set! Blue 30! Baby! Let's go!
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Dayon Buchanan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now let's go.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action, being chased out left. He finds Humphreys. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go on the ground. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, and they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st down. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
8. Quarter. Double. Jack 16.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Down on the right. Set. White 80. Squirrel.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Kings.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Baby!
On first down, it's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Man left. Out. 3 down. Side! Blue 30. Watch the edge. 8. Check. Gotta go. 91 is the Mike. Mike 90. Snickers. 66. Watch the pass.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Set. Flex 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, twisting away. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And Rudolph has it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
AB. Tight left. Hey. Set.
And they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Mike 50. Kings. I got you, son.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Caught right side, Gresham. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
4 down. Set. White 80.
Now a handoff for Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Monday. 4 down. Check. Set. Blue 30. Hey. Squirrel!
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Here
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Set. Blue 30. 3 down. Hey. Check. Kings.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Alert 16. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Grant. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Over. Slam. Set. 319.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bills' passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Boom! Bus stop.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from the desert after this.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Hot. Woo! You got him. You got him. You got him.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a time. Timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on now is the punter, Matt Bosher, to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
AB.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Taron Johnson made the stop. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 30. They're not ready for this. Double bump.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Ben to throw again. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set! Blue 30! Single! Gotta go. Play it. 8! Like 50! Monday!
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
16. I'm coming 16. You run, baby. Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work, try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Blue 30.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Kings. Set. Block 80.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Kings. Set!
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Set. Blue 30.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Set. Blue 30. Kings. AB.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave. Three out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Now let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's go.
Over.
This give is to McCoy. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Watch tight end. Key the tight end.
All right, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
They go back to the ground with McCoy, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Check me out. Set! Black 80!
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And that's caught inside the 35. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Set! 180! Big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
AB! You got 3 down. Double bump. Hey! Squirrel!
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Cardinals on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Squirrel! Set! Black 20. Big. Gotta go. Motion. AB! Reset.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A give to McCoy. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Room to run past midfield. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
All right, here we go.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, a battle for it here, and passing game. Getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now they'll try and run a sweep to McCoy. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, baby. You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
The Bills on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey, alert! Mike's 50, Mike's 50!
He's back to throw. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Black 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check. 8. Jack 16. Double bump.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Set. White 80. Quarter. Hey, switch.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Set. Black 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. This a long one from 54. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Cardinals win it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Arizona, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.